So here we have a drone that's going to harvest everything for us so it can all go into this little piggy bank here that is also a drone. And to do that, we need to tell it what to do, like harvest. And then once we hit the play button, it does it. So now we're earning some wheat. But this is taking a bit to do it all manually, so let's just put this in a few times. So now when we do it, it should go through, yeah, and do a few at a time. That's beautiful. Let's just copy all this and then do it again. So now we're earning 30 hay, and then when we come into unlocks, oh, we only needed 5 to create loops. But now we can make loops instead of doing the thing that we just did. So now we're getting into some actual programming, and me having never taken a programming class, this will be very interesting. But then if we hit the wild true and then press play, yeah, it does it all on its own. And while we're sitting here letting the drone do its thing, we can ask the big questions like, why is it replacing the farmer? Why is it wearing a hat? Why is a piggy bank its own drone? There is quite a bit of mystery around these robots. And if you like robots with an air of mystery, then let me tell you about Uncover the Smoking Gun, an immersive detective adventure which is now available on Steam. There's been a murder and the killer is a robot. It's up to you to investigate the robots and discover clues to find which one was capable of killing a human. Venture into the different crime scenes filled with intricate clues, interrogate the suspects, and connect the dots to find the one responsible. It might seem like the evidence doesn't relate to each other, but the answer might be lurking beneath it all. The game features free-form communication with each of the robots to engage in deep conversations and uncover their secrets. You can ask any sort of questions you think might get you closer to the truth, or maybe you just want them to tell you a joke. Here we have Echo, who was present at the time of the murder. So let's ask him some questions. Are you the only robot here? So he's thinking, and it's just him holding down the fort. That's suspicious. Okay, there's really only one question that matters. Are you subscribed to somebody on YouTube? No subscriptions for me? He's guilty. Close the case. If you want to put your sleuthing skills to the test and uncover the smoking gun, then use the link in the description to check it out on Steam. Thanks to Relu Games and Daredrop for sponsoring this video. Okay, now we're getting upwards of 200 hay, so when we come back into the unlocks, oh, we can increase the yield of grass. Good. So now we're earning 200% more, and we can give the drone a bit of speed, which sadly is now too fast for the hay to grow. So let's stop that for right now, and then we need to bring in some if-else conditions. So let's see, it needs to check if it can harvest. So if can harvest, then it will harvest. Oh my gosh, my typing is all over the place right now. And then if not, then it can do a flip, I guess. Let's see if that works. So yeah, that's beautiful. If it can't cut the grass right away, it just does a flip. And then what else can we get? Oh, we can expand our land. So now we have more to work with. But now we need to tell it to move. So instead of doing a flip, we'll have it move north if it can't harvest. So if we do this, then beautiful. Is this really how easy programming is? And then let's see, how much does it to increase the yield again? 300 hay, which we are almost to that point. So we just gotta wait a little bit longer, and now we can get 3 times the yield of grass. So every time the drone makes a loop through here, we're earning 9 grass, or hay. We're earning 9 hay, but then some of these other upgrades cost wood to do now. But if we come over here, we can unlock planting. So if we stop this, and then after it harvests, we can tell it to plant entities .bush. So now if it does that, then it should be going through. Yeah, and it's just hovering over the bushes, waiting for them to be done. Perfect. This is working wonderfully. Now, eventually I would want to get to the point where we can plant both the grass and the bushes, but for right now we'll collect a whole bunch of wood. So now we can expand the farm again. So now it's a 3x3, and the drone is only covering one path of this. Okay, so now the while loop isn't usable right now, so we have a for loop, or at least the while loop isn't good until we unlock senses. So that's here. Oh, and we have enough grass for that. Okay, so now we can use X and Y positions. So this is the origin block here. That was 0, 0. And then we'll need to put a little bit up here so it can tell where it's at. If position X, so left to right, and then 2 equal signs for 0, we'll want to remove this can harvest line because it's just gonna do that. So harvest, plant, and then move north. And if it's not 0, then it'll just move east. I think that should do it. Oh wait, we need operators before we can use this? Operators, okay, we need more grass and wheat for that, so let's back up here. And we'll leave this as is. We'll create a new window so I can bring back what I was doing. We need 300 grass and 30 logs. So let's just get the grass first. But I'm also working on moving side to side, which I can't yet. So here, let's just tell the drone once, move east. Just do that one time. There we go. And then we will set up a loop. If it can harvest thing that we had before, then it will harvest and then move north. And if it can't harvest, then it will just move east.
Oh, east? I thought you said west.
That should work. It can go through all the steps. Now, the thing is, it is moving fast enough that the can harvest is never not true, but I think we can hold on to this for harvesting the bushes once we get to that point. Right now, we are collecting hay at a pretty steady pace to get to the 300 that we need. So let's stop here, throw in a plant entities bush thing, and then it moves north. And because these take a while to grow, it should be able to go through this, and it is! Yes, we have bushes planted on all the squares now. Oh, that worked out beautifully. I'm still not quite at the point where I can have bushes and grass on every other block like I want, but we do have all the materials that we need to unlock operators. So now we can use the equal things, and this is a whole lot of numbers and things that make my brain dizzy. Okay, but while that's going on that, collecting wood, because I think we're gonna need a bit more of this. Oh, we can't expand the land anymore because we need carrots, which we just need 100 wood to unlock carrots. And so we can do that now. Oh, but that involves tilling the ground too. Okay, but let's bring back the census thing, because we can also get ground type. So let's stop right now and then just use this as kind of like a information getting thing. Get ground type and do it. Does it tell me anything? Do I just put in 2 equals here and then it fills in the gap? No. I want this middle row here to be carrots. So what we'll want to do here is if the X position is 1, then it will till the ground, or actually it should check if the ground is tilled by checking the ground type. So if it isn't soil, then till, or else I want you to plant carrots, but I don't think it goes here in the planting. Okay, we currently have 260 wood, so let's stop this. And then actually just copy this into a new window so I can start to get some hay again. So that could be what you are. And then we'll just take out this bush thing. And I think instead of the else statement, we need to just take away all of this and then have you move east as well. So it's kind of like a diagonal. And then the drone should be able to wrap around all the things. So it's... okay, it's currently doing those 3. Okay, it's moving along a diagonal pretty well. I think this is where we bring back the get position things, because the grass grows a lot faster than the bush. Okay, I think I've got this backwards. I want it to harvest for sure, and then it decides where to go. So this can harvest thing needs to come up here, and then it decides the position, and then it wants to move east. So let's see, if it checks if it can harvest, and then it harvests, and then it moves, and then it checks the position, and it's not on 0, so then it moves east without harvesting. But then it goes through again, and then it's moving east twice. So maybe I don't want it to be when it's checking if it's at the beginning. It wants to check if it's at the end, so 2. So it goes through, it moves, and then it's not there, so it moves. Okay, it shouldn't be moving every time, so we probably gotta get rid of this. So it harvests, and then it's not there, and if it's not, then it moves, and then it harvests, and then it is at the end, or it was. Okay, so it does get to 2, but then it doesn't know what to do from there? I think I understand now. We want it to move before it checks where it is. So it harvests, and then it moves east. And then if where it's at is 2 on the x-axis, then it will move north. And if not, then it'll move east. Or if it is, it'll probably get stuck there, so we want this to move east. Well, let's just see if this is actually doing it correctly. Okay, so it harvests, and then it moves, and then it gets a position, and it is 2. But then why are you going to else? This is true. Oh, wait, I see the problem. I forgot the little parentheses. It's getting more of them. So the parentheses were the issue, but now it's not even doing this front row here. But we have successfully and more complicatedly cleared these 2 columns. So we're getting there. So it checks if it can harvest, and then it moves. And then if it's at the end of the row, then it moves north. I should probably get another else statement in here for if it's not at the end, because that's why it's doing that. What if I just throw in a harvest thing right here, and then it goes through, and then it sometimes hits a spot twice while still not hitting this front row here. So that really didn't do anything. So I don't think I want this to move north when it reaches the end. I think I want this to move north anyway. And then when it reaches the end, it moves east. So it harvests, and then it moves, and then it moves again. And then when it's at the end, if it's there, then it moves east again. Okay, and then it harvests, and it goes down there. So now it's still moving 2 spots before harvesting, but is that getting all of them? No, it's just kind of doing a reverse diagonal here. This would be so helpful if I could get it figured out. It's definitely moving too much, but at what point is it moving too much? Probably this northern part here we don't need. Or actually, I think it's this one, which really negates this if then position there, but let's just see if it works. So it harvests and then moves north, and then if it's there, it moves east, and it harvests, and then if it's not at the beginning, then it still moves east. So I don't think we want it to move before it checks. So we stick the moving north thing down here, if anywhere, and it goes through, harvest, checks, and if it's not there, then it moves. And if it is there, then it harvests, and then it moves east and north once, and then it goes through. Oh, yes, we got it. Oh, yes. So now we're mining up 3x3 squares of hay, which it took me so long to figure that out. We have 1,000 hay now. You're an all-star. Okay, but what can we get with all of that? We can increase the yield of grass again, and again, actually. So now we're earning 5 grass every time we do it. Okay, definitely setting this off to the side. And I guess I can relabel this, so that's gonna be grass. And then if we stop that, and then bring in this window over here, then we are changing everything over to bushes. And the best part is, because there's 3x3 here, it's enough time for the drones to plant, and then when it comes around again, it can harvest. Beautiful, so we have 2 separate functions for getting grass and wood. So this is wood. And then I don't know what I was trying to do with this main window here. Oh, right, carrots. Yeah, because I want this middle row to be carrots. So we can use this get position function over here to check if it's in the second row. So we copy that and then, okay, yes, that's actually what I was gonna copy, but we can't forget the parentheses. Okay, so it'll check if it's in the second row, and then if it is, then it will till, and then it should probably move north from that, so it's not just checking one row always. And then it'll move on down here, or wait, it should plant the carrots first. So then it plants the carrots, and then it should move on. And I keep wanting to capitalize move, which I don't need to. And then when it does that, it will move on to this, which at that point it can harvest, I think. Let's try this just for now. Okay, let's stop this function. We don't want it to plant carrots again because it needs to be on soil. Wait, plant cost? What do you mean plant cost? The carrots need seeds? Can buy carrots with the trade function. So what do I need to trade for? Carrot seeds. Carrot seeds. It takes 1 wood and 1 hay to make a carrot seed. Okay, so we probably want to trade for this at the end of the chain, regardless. Okay, so it does this thing, which it should probably be harvesting. So we just bring in this. If it can harvest, harvest. And then if it's in the second row, we just bump all this over, and then it harvests. If it's on here, it will check if the ground type is not soil, and if it's not soil, then it'll till, plant the carrots, and then move north. And if it's not here, then can we tell it to pass? What does the pass function do? Okay, so maybe pass isn't doing anything, but I am able to step through this function here, and it is tilling and planting carrots like I wanted to, and trading seeds at the end. Okay, now it's caught in a loop because there's no else statement if it can't harvest. But the carrots grow pretty slow, so if it can't do that, then we can tell it to just move east, and then trade carrot seeds anyway. All right, but now it's caught in a loop going this way because it's getting where it's at, and it's not able to plant the carrots because it's not on soil there. Okay, I see the issue. So if it's there, then it shouldn't be elsing the carrots here. It should just move east, probably. So it goes through, and then it does that, and it's not on 1, so it moves east. And then it starts again, and then we can't harvest here, so it just moves east again. Okay. And then we get more carrot seeds. So it does that, and then it moves east again. Okay, so if it can't plant the carrots there, let's get it back to there. Okay, so we're at the start of the loop, and it can't harvest, so it moves down here. I don't want that, because if it can't harvest, then it's just going to move right away. I think I could bring in another plant carrots here, or maybe this only needs the tilling instead of planting the carrots on that step. So we put that step here. Whoops, I had the wrong thing copied there. So we put that here and then take this away. So now I'll check that this ground is not soil, and if it is soil, then it'll plant the carrots and then move on. That should be it, but now it isn't. So I am gonna need the plant carrots here. Whoops, get you back there. Plant the carrots here. Okay, so if it can harvest, it'll do that. If not, it will plant the carrots, yes, and then move on. And then get carrot seeds. And if it can harvest, it'll harvest. And then if it's on 1, which it isn't, it'll move on to the east. Okay, so we don't want it to move north anymore on the if statement. We want it to move north on the else statement, because now the ground is tilled anyway. So plant the carrots and then move north. Yep, stepping through, plant the carrots, and then move north. Oh, but now I think I got it in a loop of being stuck in the middle. So I want this to move north and east. That should work there then. Okay, so it moves north when it's able to harvest the carrots. I think I'm okay with this, because that's actually working. We're getting the drone to all the spots and it's doing all the things, so we are getting carrots. Pretty reliably too. But now, because it is able to do all of this, we're not getting any more carrot seeds. So this down here should probably just be at the beginning. So it gets the carrot seeds first. So now we are getting a surplus of carrot seeds again. But now we don't have anywhere to give us some wood. So what we probably want is to set up this third row here for bushes. And that means copying this chunk here. And then if the X position is 2, then we don't want any of this. We want it to plant entities .bush. And then if it's not on 2, then it'll just move on, I guess. So it harvests and then, okay, yep, it does that. And it trades. If it can harvest, it'll do that. All right, and it's not on 1. Or wait, the if statement for this should be another condition here. So if it can harvest, it'll harvest, and it's not on 1. Okay, and then it just shifted there. So then it forgot about this, because it's going straight to this else statement and forgetting about everything here. So I might have to set up this if-else statement to be in this else chain here. That might do it. Okay, carrot seeds, it can harvest, and if it's not on 1, then it moves to here, and if it is there, then it will plant the bush. Yes! And then it trades more carrot seeds, and if it can harvest, then it'll do that. And then, okay, I want this to move on after it plants the bush. So you will move north. If I get this, I'm gonna be so big brain right here. And then it plants the bush, and it moves north. Okay, I think I need to see this at full speed, because stepping in individually is, oh my gosh. Oh, I think I got it. I didn't even get to finish my sentence. Me stepping through individually was giving the bushes enough time to grow. But now, because it's seeing that the bush isn't ready yet, it's moving back to this row, so we are getting grass again. Oh, this is amazing. I know everybody that knows code is just cringing watching this video, but I'm feeling pretty accomplished right here. We are getting an absolute surplus of seeds though, but we should be getting a surplus of everything else too. Actually, it looks like we're slowly losing wood because we're buying more seeds than we need. So trading for the carrot seeds should not be there right now. Or wait, there was that function for checking how much we have, right? Where was that? Was it this? Yeah, checking how much items I have. Okay, so right away, or maybe not right away. Either way, this carrot seed function is not at the beginning. So all that. Okay, so it'll plant the carrots, and then if was it number? What was it? If number of items for items dot carrot seed is equal to 0, then it will trade for the carrot seeds, or else it will just do this stuff. That all checks out, right? So it goes through and then it does all that. It plants the carrots, and then if that's above 0, then it'll move on. Okay, so we should slowly start to see the number of carrot seeds go down since we don't need to buy anymore for a while, and we are getting the bushes again. Good, so the number of wood we have is going up. Oh, I'm so glad I figured that out. But now we do have a lot of everything right now, so what can we unlock? We can water plants? Ooh, or there's also this debug thing that's pretty cheap. So what do you do? Okay, yep, figuring out why, breakpoints. Oh, I see, so that's just figuring stuff out, but I'm figuring stuff out. Okay, whatever that is, it needs a treasure chest? Where do I do that? I'm sorry, I can get dinosaurs? I'm looking way too far down the tree there. Okay, but we do have enough things to expand. This also clears the farm. Well, it's a good thing I still have that till code there. So let's do this. And then, okay, yep, it's all grass now. But if all the code sticks, then yeah, the second row is still carrots. Everything is working. And we do have 2 rows of grass, which grass is gonna be the most that we need right now, so that's good. And for some reason, this spot got skipped on the planting process, so maybe it'll come back to it. It got back to that. Let's just see here. There we go, it got back to it. Okay, so the second row is still grass. Grass? It's still carrots, so that's working. Okay, I was really worried that expanding the farm was gonna break things, but we have things in place to figure it out. Can we expand again? It takes pumpkins to expand again? Where are those? Down here. So we need to unlock variables, which we can do. Okay, so we can actually set up like actual things. That probably didn't make sense, but the point is we can put letters in here and say that means numbers. Okay, and then functions, we can get that right away, and then we can get pumpkins. Define your own functions, which is a whole lot more than I'm not sure I'm ready to learn yet. Ooh, we actually have enough wood to upgrade the yield of carrots, but I can't upgrade the yield of bushes, probably because trees are better for that. Well, let's upgrade the yield of carrots right now. And then can we upgrade the yield of grass? No, we need 1,000 for that. Okay, and then we'll need to upgrade our grass function because there's 1, 2, 3 spots now. So that's that. And then where's the wood one? This might work again. Okay, we can come back to this. So let's just make sure our other functions are working. Oh, we can actually keep the tilled row. I like that idea. I actually like that idea a lot more. Oh, but there's no else statement if it can't harvest. I see. Thankfully, my brain has expanded so I can just tell it to move on. There we go. We're getting a lot more wrinkles figuring this out. Now, is there enough space that the bushes actually finish harvesting? No, there isn't. Beautiful. So now we have separate systems in place depending on what we want to get more of, while keeping the carrot row entirely intact. And now whenever we want to, we can stop this and then come back to our main program here, which involves the carrots. And then whenever it harvests the carrots and plants them again, it can move on to the next row, which is still skip this one, but it should come back to it once it returns to the front row there. There, I got it. Aha! Now I want to watch this because we're getting down to single-digit carrot seeds. So when it gets to 0, we should see a trade happen. Okay, 1 seed left, and then there it is. Aha, yes, there was a trade. Oh, beautiful. We have a fully functioning automated farm of carrots, wood, and hay. And then we haven't even gotten to trees yet, which I actually can't unlock right now, so sure. Okay, what is this? Better way to get wood than bushes. They give 5 wood each. Ooh, trees like to have some space. Okay, planting them next to each other will slow down growth. Okay, so the trees want a little bit of room, so can we set up a spot here to have just a singular tree in up here? Or probably this far corner here, because it does get there at some point, right? Or is that spot entirely ignored? That spot might be getting entirely ignored there. Oh wait, there I got it, but that took way longer than it should have. Or no, there I got it again. So it seems like in our system, there's one spot that just takes a little bit longer to get to because of the logic that moves a drone, but as long as that spot can be reached, then we can get to it. Okay, so let's stop this, and then we want to get the if then for that position. So if get position X and position Y equals, that would be 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, so 3, 3. So if that's there, then plant entities dot tree. Trees only take up 1 square, right? I hope so. And then else, I guess, pass? I still don't know if that's the correct thing to do there, and that's not a valid expression. Do these just need to be together like that, or is there a space involved? Oh, I keep forgetting the stupid parentheses. So does that work? No. Why not? It's a value. Okay, so there is an AND function here. or operator. So I probably want and in here between these two. So because it's a perfect 3x3, we just need both of them to equal 3. Okay, so it's doing the thing, and then it needs both of those to be true before it plants the tree, or else it'll move on. Okay, so the pass does work. So now when we get to this square, if it ever reaches it in due time, wait, why did it plant the tree there? Hold on. Okay, we have 2 trees, but if they're right next, why are you planting a tree on the tilled soil? Okay, stop everything. It's just planting trees in the top row there. So I think I need this 3 here. So let's walk through it. And then, okay, it can't harvest there, but then it harvested that. And then it's getting, okay, it's getting the X position. And it does equal 3, and then it's getting the Y position, and that does equal 3. Now it's planting a tree. So I think that means that only this square is a tree now. Yes, it does. It does. Aha! So with this setup like this, I can tell it which squares to plant trees on. So I want a tree to be here as well. So let's just copy this and then move it down to the next row. Oh man, I'm glad I figured this out. I'm getting giddy. And then, okay, so now I want a tree to be in, yeah, position 3 for the X, and then just 1 for the Y, so that should be here. And then once it gets there, it should plant the tree. Once it decides to get there. There, yes, a tree! Oh, yes, we got it figured out. And then these bushes can be replaced there as well, so we're going to copy both of these. And then we're going to, let's see, if I read it right, they're okay being diagonal? Where's the tree? They could be diagonal to each other. So now with all these in place, we should start to see diagonal trees being planted. Yes, there's one there. And there's one there. Oh yes, we got the trees figured out. And then, okay, I think at that point we can remove these bushes here because, whoa, that's a weird view that field is doing there. But I don't want these here because we don't need the bushes anymore. So we change this to a pass, and then it's stuck in the top row, which I thought it would move north once it planted the carrot. So we get through all this, and then, okay, it just passed to the beginning. But, okay, let's set a breakpoint there, so go through until there. Okay, so it passes there, and then it moves to the beginning. I think instead of here, I just wanted to move north. So it goes through, okay, and then move north. Yes, and then it is stuck in the, oh wait, it's not stuck. Oh my gosh. I think I just fixed it so it goes through. Okay, now it's going top to bottom, and those are now, and now it's stuck there because the grass grows so fast. So when it does that, we should have it where when it reaches the top, so we change get position Y, and then when it's at the top there, it will move east. If not, it'll pass. That should be how we fix that. So it gets to the top, and then it moved east twice there, but now we have all the trees again. Problem is we're not getting all the carrots. We're getting literally every other space but these 3 carrot spots here. So I should just have it move north here also. That should solve it, right? And then we move through, it is soil, so it plants the carrot, and then it'll trade, and then move north. Okay, so now we are, oh, I thought we were stuck in the carrot row, but I think we fixed it. We are hitting all the tree spots, all of those spots, and we are hitting all the carrot spots. Oh, we fixed it. Oh, we fixed it. That took way less time than I was worried it was going to. This is amazing. And I think that's where I'm gonna leave it before I break something else. Somehow the systems in this programming game got together a lot quicker than other ones that I've tried. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video of The Farmer Was Replaced. It is a lot of fun, especially if you wanna learn programming, because look at all this stuff going on here. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure to let me know, and make sure you guys check out Uncover the Smoking Gun on Steam using the link in the description. Big thanks to them again for sponsoring this video, and thank you for watching. Sub to Intern. And I would like to thank the channel members, including Bread, Corby Farm, Dakota, Donamoto, Devion X, Lucas, Matthew, Hateful Harold, Peggy Sue, Droopalong, Angel, Lily Bites, The Miner Within, DeGarity, Sands, The V, Isaac, Miguel, and Killer Squad.